and welcome to Matt's Casual Cooking. Today we are going to be making the Overnight Christmas Morning Casserole, a very simple dish that you can put together and cook. So we're going to go over all the ingredients and how to put it together, and let's get to it.
Alright folks, so we're going to go over the ingredients that you're going to need today. Now for starters, you're going to need a half a cup of butter or 1 stick. You're going to need 1 small to medium onion, and you're going to want to chop that. You're going to need 1.5 cups of sliced mushrooms. You're going to need 2 pounds of pork sausage. Now if you don't want to use pork sausage, you can certainly use like ground beef. You could even use like Italian sausage. That would work. Now optionally on this as well, I'm going to be using fennel seeds today when I cook it. You don't have to do this step, but you certainly can. Now for your bowl, you're going to want to mix together 2 cups of half and half, 5 eggs, 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard. You're also going to need 1 teaspoon of dry mustard, and you're going to need 1 teaspoon of nutmeg, and you're going to want some salt and pepper to taste, and it's going to be up to you how much you're going to want. Now you're also going to need at least 12 slices of bread. It doesn't have to be white bread, it can be wheat bread if you want. It can be sourdough. Take your pick. You are going to also want some spreadable butter for those 12 pieces of bread. And you're also going to need 1.5 pounds of shredded cheese. Now, I'm using cheddar today, but you can use mozzarella. You can use any cheese. You can use pepper jack if you like. You feel free to experiment with any cheese that you like. So we're going to go over putting everything together here in a second, and I will see you then. Alright folks, so we're just going to go over a couple quick things because they're pretty easy. We don't really need to spend a lot of time going over each one. Now, for starters, what you want to do before we start actually cooking is you want to take your half and half eggs, Dijon mustard, your dry mustard, your nutmeg, and your salt and pepper, and you want to go ahead and put it in a bowl, and you want to go ahead and combine that and whisk it together, and you just want to set it off to the side. Now then, we're also going to cook our onions, mushrooms together with the butter, and we're not going to saute them. You just want to cook these until the onions start to become translucent, and that's all you want to do on that. Now for your sausage, we're going to cook it, and just cook it thoroughly until it's done. Now if it seems really greasy, you're going to want to go ahead and go put that on like a paper towel on a plate, and you kind of just want to try to get out as much grease as you can. So go ahead and do that, and then I will see you once everything is done and cooked. Alright folks, so the cooking is done, and so what we're going to do now is you want to get out a 9x13 pan, and you want to go ahead and take 6 pieces of your bread, and you're going to want to butter both sides of them and set it down. Now what we're going to do for the layering is we're going to put half the meat, and then we're going to put half of the onion mushroom mixture, and then we're going to put half the cheese. And then we're going to repeat the process. So then once you've done that, we are going to move on to the next step. So I will see you then. Alright folks, so we are done. You can see we've got both layers in. Now you might need to press down a little bit on it if you need to kind of make it fit, or if you want, you can actually break this out into 2 separate casseroles. But what we're going to do now is we're just going to take the egg mixture. I'm just going to go ahead and pour it over this. And you just want to kind of spread it around slowly. We just don't want to slop it all in there in one spot. I want to try to make sure every spot is covered. Now it is going to flow to the bottom as well, so don't worry too much. Try to get out as much as you can. Alright, that's pretty good. So what we're going to do now is you're going to want to cover this with aluminum foil or plastic wrap if that's what you got. And we're going to set it in the refrigerator overnight or for at least 8 hours, like if you wanted this for, say, dinner. So go ahead and do that, and I will see you later. Alright, folks, so it's been about 8 hours for me. So what we want to do now is you want to go ahead and turn your oven to 350 degrees. And we're going to cook this for about 40 to 45 minutes. And you're going to know it's done when your cheese on top is nice and melted and kind of starting to brown a little bit. And that's really what we're looking for. So I'm going to see you after we're done. Alright folks, so you can see the casserole is done. The top is nice and brown. The edges have got like a nice brown crisping to them. So we're done here, and this is really good to go. And this is a very delicious dish that you are going to enjoy any time of the year, especially around this time, because it's very hearty. So if you enjoyed making this recipe today, like, subscribe, leave a comment below. I want to thank you for watching. And happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and I will see you next week. Take care.